Cool.
Either yay or for fuck's sake, somewhere
It now
between
says
you.
live
I'm now
on
an
the
expert
Christian
in
Life
it,
Streaming
which
Service.
is useful.
Yeah, I mean, just be like, hey everyone, I'm like the first academic in this. Just saying.
I'll probably
It
be
says live now.
one of the first essays on this, like one of the first papers. That's quite exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I posted on Facebook the other day a bit of a sulk because I was like, as a poet, I only have one marketable skill, and that's that I spent 8 years not leaving my house. And now everybody has that skill. I mean, maybe not for 8 years, but still.
Yes.
No one wants
Us
to hear about it.
introverts are all going, we told you so.
Yeah.
What was lovely, Catherine, is you've been putting up like advice going, I've been doing this a while. Here's some things that will help. So I've had that from a couple of people, yeah.
Breathing.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hello.
So, how are you doing, Mark? How are you progressing? Fever gone yet?
I'm still okay-ish. Coughing a bit this evening. Fortunately, I hope it doesn't feel too much like I'm coughing in your face. But yeah, I'm not too bad.
Okay, that's good to hear. You were a bit more groggy, I think, the last time we saw you. So, but you are looking a bit peely-wally. So yeah, I'm hoping you get better soon. Crikey. Okay, so we are.
I can see myself on Facebook. It's weird.
Yeah, this is how it's working. So that's
But
nice.
like, there's a massive lag.
There always is. There always is with Facebook Live. There always is with YouTube Live as well. I suspect Periscope is going to show the same thing. I think
You can
that's
see how long it is. Oh my god! I've just had the most profound fucking epiphany.
You know this is live, guys.
Yeah, and I'm not going to share my epiphany because it's to do with my essay piece into the world. So no, haha, I'm writing it down.
Carla just had such an intense epiphany that they turned into the Northern Lights completely. Dissolved into the void.
I know I'm not very well, but I feel slightly out of the loop here.
Okay.
There's me having the epiphany live.
Carla is doing a theatre MA at the moment with Central School. I think. Have I got that right? Central something. And yeah, so she's writing an essay, ironically enough, about liveness and performance and integrating technology, which she was writing anyway before all this. So yeah, it's now suddenly at the forefront of everything. She may well be the first person to write anything academic about it. However, she's just got extremely excited and has turned into the Northern Lights briefly.
Right, I'll tell you why. Right, it's because in this piece that we did, we set up a video feed that had an 8-second delay, so that when we did stuff on stage, you would see the 8-second delay projected on the wall.
Cool.
And this is what that's like. It's like watching the Facebook Live feed is 5 seconds behind what is actually happening in real life. So we actually had already constructed the circumstances under which we would be living in like 4 weeks' time. Basically, we're geniuses.
Nice.
Which is exactly what I'll write word for word in the essay.
Right.
I took the amazing out of my name because it looks like I put it there, and I felt like it wasn't a good look.
I think that's fair enough. Right, let's cancel that. Okay. I'm messing around with things basically to see what gets broadcast. Is it my view? In which case, will it be the gallery view stroke spotlit view? Yeah, this is just basically software testing. Oh, so Mark and Catherine, I'm going to show you the backstage room thing, which makes me very excited. So let me. Where are you? Oh, so I want to assign. Mark, can I show? Oh,
it's
God,
a lot less lag and a lot more effective than the last attempt at streaming.
It really, really is, isn't it? So yeah. Now you've been assigned, so you can choose to go to backstage. Right. So those of you watching at home, basically you can make various different breakout rooms for Zoom meetings, and I've done one which I've called Backstage, which I've shuffled a couple of people into. They can't see or hear us on the Zoom thing, and literally, and we can't either. So they have like a separate meeting. So basically, it works like a backstage. But what I can do is I can summon them back out of it, or they can walk out of it anytime they like. You can leave any time you like. This is also just to find out how much of what, for example, I might be typing into this will turn up on the screen when we live stream. So
How else can I
Yeah.
watch this? On YouTube's?
yep, YouTube and Periscope. So it's
Right.
Facebook Live, YouTube and
So if
Periscope.
I go to YouTube, where do I
Yes.
go?
You go to find it's youtube.com/Faye Roberts, and then you look in my channel and I'll be turning up there.
Ta-da!
Right.
Ta-da! You're back. Thank you. Hooray! So the backstage is now empty. No one is in it.
In case this is useful information,
Yes.
you know you have the
Ooh.
gallery view and then the main view,
Yes.
which is, for me, is mostly your face, and then a little version of me.
Yep.
When Mark was talking, it switched to him.
Quite a lot
Yes.
of lag
I
though.
don't know.
It's supposed to do that.
But
So
I thought
When
it might be
YouTube
doing that in the
stopped.
broadcast, so I thought I'd mention that they was doing that for me.
that's useful. That's what I want to check. Right now I'm in gallery view, and presumably it'll be gallery view in the live stream. I'm now going to move to
It is,
speaker view.
yes. Interestingly, in the gallery view on the broadcast, you also get a highlight. You get somebody is highlighted to show you which person is talking.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
that's
useful. Oh, and here I am. So you can, this at the moment is a speaker view, which means whoever's loudest at the moment turns up on the screen. This also means, of course, that if anyone in the audience is being particularly boisterous with their laughing or clapping or drinking or something, they will turn up. So what you can actually do is change this to a thing called Spotlight. So if I spotlight myself, no, if I spotlight Mark, there you go. Now, no matter how loudly we talk, it's still just Mark. So
It is me.
Yeah.
this
Excellent, Mark.
This gives you the
Top
best of both
marking.
worlds.
That's definitely still just me in the little green box.
So what this means is that, for example, Mark, you could get all the feedback from you get the audience feedback. You can get people laughing and making silly faces. You can have people sort of that was really interesting and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't interrupt the general view for the live streamed audience. They will still just see you, but they can also hear how the rest of the audience is responding. So let's put this back to here.
Can you mute a single person or just the whole audience?
I can mute you, for example, Catherine.
Oh, the power.
Oh, the power. We
It told
also
me I was muted.
we also have this thing where at the moment you can unmute yourself. I'm going to remove that capacity. So I'm going to mute you again, Catherine. So if you can try to unmute yourself. Does not work. Awesome. Right. Okay. So if I give you back that capacity, this must be very exciting.
Yep, that works
for
now.
the audience. Fantastic. So
Faye,
yes,
can you mute anybody's chat as well?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because that was once Michael had muted everybody and stopped them from being able to unmute. All they did was all the bombers did was spam the chat with offensive things instead.
Yeah. So I think you can just chuck people out. You can put them back in the waiting room, or you can just remove them. So that's really useful. Basically, I looked at what had happened with Michael's, all the reports that you guys gave back for that, and went, right, how can I prevent that? And there were a couple of really useful articles people sent as well. And because I'm someone who messes with tech a lot, I basically went and messed with tech to find out what would happen. And we set this up for holographic on Sunday, so that people can only reach this if they via the ticketing system, or if I give them the link and there's Leica, and give them the password directly. So it's another layer of security.
Mm-hmm.
You've also got, you have to have an authenticated login to Zoom in order to be able to get into these meetings. But the whole, if people can unmute themselves or not, you have to set that up on the fly for each meeting. You can't just set that up as a general thing, which I've done for this. I've also you have to deliberately, what's the word I want? Enable things like the rooms. They don't come automatically. You have to go and find out where they're turned on and turn them on. So there's a bit more fiddling around. We can also turn on closed captions, and that means either typing them up ourselves, same as to Catherine earlier, or we can get like an automated captioning service. But I haven't looked at that yet. That's on my list, but not immediately for tomorrow's performance. I'm going to see if anyone is telling me that they can't log in yet or anything like that at all.
I think
No
it's
one-
still spotlight mode on Mark.
It is.
Is
Oh,
it? No,
on,
no, it's
no,
on.
it's
So you have to turn it to gallery yourself, Catherine. Once
I did, but he's they're the only person with a green box around them at
Yes.
all times, which
I do still have the green box, even though other
Yeah.
people are talking and I'm being quiet.
Let's have a look.
let me switch out of gallery view and see if anyone else comes up.
No, you are still spotlighted. That's fascinating. So I've taken you off that. At least I thought I had. But you're still the one with the outline. Ooh, there we go. Bit of a software dodgy thing that doesn't work.
Oh, there you go.
Moves to Catherine now.
Meet Catherine.
And back to Mark. Right, okay. So that's the thing. I can put it on gallery view, but it'll still be spotlit if I'm not careful. And there's presumably a bunch of background sound happening with Mark that means he's more spotlit.
Hello. Okay, yep.
Yep.
I see that.
So unless I'm super loud, yeah. it isn't. Right, okay. Anything else anyone wants to look at, test, ask, mess around with, all the rest of that kind of thing?
No, I was just here because I had time. Thought it might be helpful.
No, it's all helpful.
It's weird that there's on my mobile phone view, the recording thing comes across the top of. I'll do a screenshot so I can show you what I'm talking about.
Yes,
But
please.
yeah, the fact that you're broadcasting to live streaming service is coming right across the whoever's the top. At the moment that's me, so it's not really much of a loss as far as I'm concerned.
For us on the gallery view, it just comes across the top of the screen altogether. I'm recording it in Zoom. Don't worry, I'm not going to be releasing it. I just want to compare and contrast that to what comes up on the live version. But also, yeah, I've got a little thing that says it's live now on a custom live streaming service. By custom live streaming service, that is using this thing called Restream. Restream is different from the other things you're looking at in that it will let you stream to lots of things at once. Basically, anything you've got a streaming account with. So at the moment, I'm sticking with Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube. I could put it on Twitch if I knew anyone who would watch it on Twitch. And there are plenty of other game streaming services, which is what this was originally set up for, by the look of it, that will do it. I don't think at the moment for our use case that those game streaming services are going to be useful to us, but there may well be things that are
Just to
that
nop
can be.
in there,
Yo.
as you can see, I did a little bit of a lag test.
Oh,
I would suggest that you test this on Twitch and have a check out of what the lag and the quality is like,
right.
because it's bloody awful on Facebook,
Oh.
and it's quite good on YouTube. That would be my recommended viewing medium.
Yeah.
But it's worth checking out on Twitch just in case it manages to deliver it perfectly.
I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that before Friday and test. So
that's true. You have to do it for Friday. So I'm going to try it before next week. Yeah. Also,
yeah, go on.
I think you have to have like Zoom Pro to be able to do all of this broadcasting, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Because I ain't got none of those options.
But what I was originally told was that you had to have the webinar thing turned on in order to do streaming, and that turns out not to be true.
No, I've managed to share my screen successfully. but I haven't managed to. I can't see any options to like broadcast.
That's
Yeah.
like, yeah, so you have to set it up as an option to be able to have an option. That's
Yeah.
part of the problem with Zoom, is that it does that. It hides a lot of the options from you.
But
Unless
like,
you ask for them.
just from my wee experiment, I would recommend, if anyone asks which channel they should watch it on, recommend them YouTube.
That's certainly been my experience when I tried this yesterday. I think part of the problem we've been having with the two live Shakespeare things we did, is that we were just going to Facebook via OBS. And that's the thing that glues. If you remember, Mark, it just kind of ground to a shuddering halt. And
Yeah.
while the Zoom kept going quite nicely, the Facebook thing was just a little array of faces that are completely frozen.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to give people the different options, but I think I will link to YouTube and say, look at the YouTube channel, and I'll link this to the Hammer and Tongue one. It'll come up on the Hammer and Tongue YouTube channel.
So will it be a case of only the people performing join the Zoom and then everyone else just watches?
Well, that's what I thought, but then I realised it's a slam, so we need judges as well. So how are we going to do that? So I figured we will try with the double layer of security, so that only people who've donated to buy a ticket get the link and the password, and then everyone else can watch on the live casting thing, and they'll be given links if they additionally want to donate to either us or to a homeless charity or whatever we decide to go for tomorrow. I suspect we might well do a different one each. Oh, hello. Miriam has turned up. Goodo. So now we look at what happens when someone turns up.
The gallery view becomes 2 pages.
Yes, for mobile.
Yeah, I'm just
no.
telling in case you don't know stuff, but I'm sure you've seen this bit.
So I think what I'll need to do is have like some really short instructions for audiences for poetry events, to say, you will get a better experience if you do this. So while someone's performing on stage, move to the speaker view or something like that.
Yeah.
When I put it on Spotlight, did you just see Mark, or did you still see everyone else?
I just saw Mark, but with my face in the corner.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's useful for me to know.
But I could switch to gallery mode, in which case I could still see everyone.
Right, so people can still, as it were, look around at the audience if they want.
Yeah.
And the performers can switch to a gallery mode so that they can see people's reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be my recommendation. Hello, Miriam. How are you doing?
Having dinner. Thanks.
Having dinner. This is what I love about this. There's strange intimacy with people's smaller spaces and all the rest of it. And you end up performing in a space halfway between who you are at home and who you are on stage when you do this stuff. So yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm just going to basically do this for the next 9 or 10 minutes until we've got a solid half hour of live streaming testing on. If anyone would like to perform anything, you're more than welcome. Tell me that you'd like to perform and I'll put the spotlight on you and we'll do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep jabbering. Miriam, you haven't seen the breakout room thing yet, have you?
No.
I am going to be doing this tomorrow for the thing that you'll be performing on, and Carla's given us testing on lag. Bloody marvellous. Love you, Carla. Right. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, Mark, that's handy. Right.
Yes, I'm giving you gallery view from. It seems to be running really well on in Facebook for me. I'm quite surprised that people saying that it was really laggy. I mean, particularly in comparison to the last time we saw it.
But the thing is, our baseline is really super low quality, isn't it? To be fair, so
it might be the amount of people.
It might be, and so the more people we get on this thing, the more we can play around with it.
Yeah. I'm on the computer for the first time using this.
Because you had mobile devices before, weren't you?
Yeah, I've got an iPad on the phone, but you are all very, very laggy in terms of sound.
Interesting. I know that I'm lagging on Zoom, partly I think because I'm the one streaming.
Oh,
and
I
I
see.
will probably mess that up, but I think it's also partly my computer, which is going to make it interesting as the host, but you never know. I might find another way around. I might actually host via a mobile device or something like that to see if that works. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna try that now. We're gonna get hideous feedback for a second, and I apologise for that in advance.
I'll take my headphones off then.
I will do my best to mitigate that as quickly as I can. Where are you? Oh yeah, so Miriam, we have a headliner as well for tomorrow. Rather than making things up as we go along, which was looking like it might be happening.
Oh no, I like that.
I
Shambolic.
like that. The shambolic thing is cool, but also we're going to have Hannah Jane Walker as our headliner, which makes me super excited. So yeah, that's a good thing, I think. Right, join a meeting. Where are you? No, that's not the thing. Where are my meetings? Sorry, just looking at the phone version. Right, I'm going to mute me here. So talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Talkie.
Marmalade, 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 marmalade.
This is how we test with the talking to ourselves.
Mark, what's happened to your hair, man?
Which bit?
Hey,
Like,
Robert.
all of it.
Hi, Faye Roberts. Second.
I didn't
Yeah,
recognize you for a second.
I got bored of the beard.
Oh, did you?
It's more high.
So this is me on the on my phone. Do
Oh
I
wow,
still have
the sound is so much better
That's
for
fascinating.
me.
That's really good. That's useful to know. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to be plugging in the condenser mic and doing it with like something a little bit better than this. But yeah, so there's still a wee bit lag between what I say and what turns up on the screen, but it's slightly better. Yeah. This is the most solipsistic thing I've ever done.
You're like, how do I look from 3 angles?
Have you said the word
Technologically.
solipsistic?
This is ridiculous. Okay. Ooh,
We've got more people arriving as well.
yeah, more people arriving. This is really useful. We can't say
Hello?
PJ. Right, I'm going to turn off the mobile version.
Okay.
Because this is just starting to freak me out.
Are they both using the same internet? Oh, you're muted now, Faye. Oh, you're back.
Yes, both me's are using the same Wi-Fi, except that. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but it's ultra speedy, good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but it's also still my slightly dented laptop. But what I'd forgotten was that I'd unplugged, because I had been plugged in directly into our broadband. So I'm going to plug in directly rather than using the Wi-Fi and hope that makes a difference. Except I am about as physically close to our server as I can get. Is literally there, almost just underneath the hat there. So yeah.
But if your wireless adapter is less, like hardware-wise, less like, do you know what I mean? It still damages the signal more than the cable. So
I think a part of it is just the hardware of the actual CPU is struggling.
Yeah, mood.
What I'll do is I'll just close things down when I'm doing this, so I don't have as many apps running in the background and the rest of it.
Faye, can you see another me in the waiting room or not?
Yes, I can.
It didn't ask. It didn't ask me for a password.
What, the second time?
Yes.
So presumably because you've registered with this event, it doesn't check that you're still you again. I don't know who Ventnor Exchange is, but all I can see is some lights. It's very.
There was a person there.
Okay, sorry. The echo was just freaking me out.
It's Tim. Hello, Tim. Hello. Not going to show us your cat this time, huh?
No, she's downstairs. Sorry.
All right, fair enough. For those of you who haven't seen the waiting room thing, I'm going to show you that. Not the waiting room thing, the breakout room thing, because I think it's fucking lush and it's really helpful. So Miriam and Tim, I'm going to be putting you into the breakout room so you can experience that. So let's.
Just me and you, Tim.
Party.
Whilst that's happening.
Yes.
I don't know if you already know this, but when I first joined on the mobile, I could see you, but I couldn't hear you until I authorized my microphone to work.
That's again useful information. Thank you for that.
No worries. Which was just weird. But I haven't tested it on my laptop, so I just thought I'd tell you that happened to me.
No, this is really useful because basically, oh, okay. Bye, Carla.
Bye, Carla.
No, she's gone. This is all really useful information that I can put in like joining instructions and say to people, if you've not used Zoom before, or even if you have and you've not played around with it, this is what will happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's everyone's experience. I'm just telling you stuff that in case other people go through the same thing.
Yes, thank you so much. Let me tell the people in the breakout room.
I also thought I better mention it in case, because I see that PJ has got a muted symbol, and I didn't know if that was intentional or if they were having the same issue. So I thought it might be a good time to bring it up.
That sounds helpful. Thank you. You can leave.
I think we're about to go make some noise for the NHS, so I've just turned my light blue as well, just for good effect.
I think I'm going to have to skip tonight because Cash has been awake since 1 with pain and she's just fallen asleep. So
yeah, I think making a loud racket appear.
We did it last week, but I think.
Well, I was going to finish this at 8 anyway. So yeah, thank you all so much for help and support with this. This has been really useful, and like Mark said, I think it's wildly better than the last time we tested this. And it's nice that we can put it in lots of different places at once. There, you're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. That's really cool feature.
Yeah, it's not. It only comes with the pro version, but it's there, and it means that for workshops you can divide people off, and it can either automatically assign them, or you can manually assign them, which is what I did. And I think once. Can you test for me now you've been in the breakout room? Can you go back to it yourself?
I mean, there's a button down here that says join breakout room, so let me give it a go.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm running. Take care, everyone.
Ta-ra! Thanks, Mark.
Bye.
Bye. Be well soon. Okay. So everyone's buggered off. That's fine. I don't feel lonely at all. But I can just everyone's very much not here. But if I go to the breakout rooms and I join the people in the breakout room,